Alright guys, we are live and welcome. And some of you might have had a nice easy day today because it's a PD day and there's no cars on the road. I woke up this morning thinking traffic is going to be bad, whatever it is. I'm like, hey, where's everybody? I'm like, it's PD day! Alright? So kids are sleeping in, you don't have to worry about getting up. But I got up for you because this is CMJ Live and I got my special guest in the building. Thank you so much for stopping by. But here it is. Tell everybody who you are.
Yeah, I'm Mark Steele. Mark Steele Jr. for those that know my father, Mark.
Okay, there it is. I know, because people are looking at the title going, Mark Steele, oh, he's got the wrong title on or it's the wrong person. No, I told you, we're going to be doing part 1 and part 2. And because Mark, Mark Steele, the reggae artist, the legend, the superstar, kept talking about you. Like if you watch the program, your father is so proud of you.
He's my best friend, for sure.
Man, he's so proud of you. He keeps talking about you, the great things you're doing. He's like, yo, my son. I'm like, listen, I get you on. Don't worry about it.
I appreciate it.
So I'm like, here he is. So we're going to talk about you now, all right? Let's get some background. I know your dad talked a little bit about you, but we want to know you. Now this is you. You're your own man. You're here. Let's talk about you. Where were you born?
I was born in Scarborough.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I remember.
So in Scarborough, what high school did you go to?
I went to Port Credit Secondary School, Mississauga.
Okay. Yep. And then basketball, football.
I did track and field. I did football for a bit, but
yeah.
Port Credit was known for having a bad football team.
Okay.
I don't know when I was born, I was pretty good as a wide receiver, but my catching wasn't the greatest. I can run fast down the field.
Yeah, as long as you get it. You gotta get it.
I'm good.
Okay.
But track was my main sport. I did 100 meter, 200 meter, I did hurdles.
Right.
And I started coaching after I graduated as well.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
okay. So then after the coaching, where did it lead you from there?
Well, I went to the University of Toronto, did a digital enterprise management program.
Okay.
So a little bit of technology, some management, economics, a lot of that kind of thing.
Okay.
And then I started doing marketing after that, after graduation.
Okay.
And marketing didn't work out. I can get jobs, no problem, because I can speak to people, I can communicate well.
Right.
That, of course.
Right.
But I didn't like sitting behind a desk or sitting in a cubicle.
Okay.
Right? So I went from job to job, unhappy. And I started a personal training business, Steele Force Training.
Okay.
Yeah, getting back to people who want to get more fit.
Yeah.
Very fulfilling work, but I wasn't hitting my own personal goals. And then Dad said, once you get into real estate, everybody has to live somewhere. And it made sense.
So Pops told you, got you into this.
If it weren't for him, I don't think I would have considered it. So you're watching, HGTV, you're watching all those real estate shows.
Yes, flipping the house, doing all this
all that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? I was watching one called $1 Million Listing.
Yes.
And I would watch that at his house with him.
Yeah.
And we're watching it, he says, why don't you get into real estate? Because you can make this kind of money if you get to that level.
Right,
so I said, okay, you know what? I've always trusted my dad. I dove into it, started the courses right away, and then the rest is history.
Oh my goodness, okay. So big shouts out to you, Pops, alright? He doesn't get the commissions though. He doesn't get the commissions.
For a long time, he kept saying, why don't you get back to me, because I got you into it. I finally took him and the rest of the family for dinner like last year.
Okay, here you go.
Almost even.
So you're even. Alright, so then, and that's great, because just like him, people need to know that there's a journey.
Absolutely.
All right, you gotta find yourself, you know what I mean? So, you're still fit, you're still like what you like to do, but that wasn't the passion part about it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I do have a passion for fitness, but now it's mostly just to keep myself fit and myself energy to actually pursue business and
to keep going.
Longevity.
Okay, so let's backtrack for a second. So when was Steele Force?
Wow, Steele Force was probably around 2011.
2012, yeah. Okay, 2011, 2012.
That's right.
And then when did you start into the real estate? Right after that?
Very shortly after, so that was, 2012, 2013, around that same
Just
time.
right after. You just dove right into it.
Yeah, I like to make mistakes quickly, get into something, go as fast and as hard as I can,
okay,
and then move if I have to.
Okay, so you learn from it, you don't sit and veg on it, you learn your mistake and dive into something else.
Or keep moving forward as fast as possible.
Okay. So then, your first, was this real estate marketing, or was it real estate as in flipping or buying and selling for clients?
Buying and selling. I'm a real estate license.
Okay.
I help clients buy and sell real properties.
Okay, so question for you.
Yeah.
When you first got your first home sold,
Yeah.
how's that feeling?
That was an experience. That was actually my second year.
Okay.
The first year I did a lot of rental properties.
Okay.
Whenever I had a mentor I was working with in Brampton.
Yep.
And he got me my first rental client.
Okay.
And I remember when that money came in, I said, this is real. This works.
Okay.
I can be away from the desk, away from the office, and still make enough money to live.
Okay. And that's what you like to be out. You like to be in public.
Exactly. I like to interact with people.
Yeah.
Just sitting down all day, for a guy who was into fitness before that,
You
I
can't do it.
sit all day.
Okay.
Because I start to get twitchy. I pace a lot. My wife gets annoyed at me for it.
Yeah.
I pace a lot, so I like to keep moving.
Okay, so the first year you were doing just rentals.
A lot of rentals, learning the ropes, making mistakes.
Yeah. So when you got your first rental client in and settled,
Yep.
I know the money was good,
Yep.
but the feeling, how did that feel?
It feels amazing. Again, just knowing that you started a business,
Yeah.
you dove into something, gave it 100%,
Mhm.
and it worked.
Okay, okay.
It's the start of many from that point.
Right, because at the end of the day, now you know you gave a start to someone's future.
Exactly.
Because now they're living somewhere,
Yep.
and then it grows from there. Right? How long did you go to school for this?
The course, you can do it as long or short as you want to. You
Okay.
should just kind of pay for each course as they come up.
Okay.
I took the full 2 years to do it. So I was
2
working
years.
full time at the same time, right?
Okay.
So I was kind of on the side at first before I really decided to dive into it.
You're right, and then where did you take it?
In Brampton.
Yeah, so the course is in Brampton. Okay.
Yeah, you can take it in many different cities, but I was living in Brampton at the time, so that's where I took it.
And the reason I'm asking because you got people out there that always watch my show. They see my guest and they're like, I want to be him, or I want to be her, or how did he do it, or you know what I mean? They look at you and it's like, okay, this is a good-looking guy, successful, he knows what he's doing. How can I be there? Because my main thing is showing the next generation, the teens,
Of course.
how to get to this level.
Yeah.
That one day you didn't just come in a suit.
Start doing it.
You just start doing it. You did your training. You know, you did a couple of different jobs. You did a couple of different things, and it didn't work out. So there's always a stepping stone to get to where you gotta get.
Absolutely.
So you did the 2-year course, and was it an easy course? How was?
You know what? If you have the motivation to study the books,
Yes.
it can be easy.
Okay.
Because you have a couple of options. If you go to OREA.com,
Okay,
that's the
so
website college.
OREA.com.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where you register for your courses. You can either do them at home with textbooks by yourself,
Yeah.
or you can go into the actual in classes.
Okay.
I don't like classes very much because I used to fall asleep in class as well. Desks just never worked for me, right?
You something with that. Like,
I can't do it.
can we move this one? Or are you
If I
okay?
sit too long, this is going to be good for now. For now.
Okay.
I might start walking soon.
Okay.
But I did all my courses at home, just studying technical by myself.
Yes.
And so, once you do that, the courses can be very easy if you have that motivation to actually study it, to the practice exams, the practice tests,
Right.
and of course retain what you're learning.
And that all comes from the drive. The
Exactly.
same thing that you want to do. You talked with your father and like, look, this is what I want to do.
Yep.
So you just drove right into it.
That's it.
You did your 2 years and you're working a second job.
That's right.
Doing both at the same time.
That's right.
Okay.
If you know you want to do it, it's going to be that much easier. Determination, commitment helps.
All right. So once again, OREA.com.
That's right.
That's where you go to get your license and study and do what you have to do.
Exactly. That's the starting point.
That's the starting point. Okay. So then, was there ever a time that you were starting this and you thought, did you waver? Did you waver and go,
Man.
I know this is what he's saying I should do, but then there's always other opportunities that come up.
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
I think it's like any entrepreneur starting any kind of business. When you
Yes.
first start and you're away from that paycheck every 2 weeks,
Yes.
you start to wonder, should I get a job just in case?
Okay.
What if no commissions come in for the next 3 months? Can I afford to be doing this business?
Right.
Which is why I always say to any new realtor, have 3 months savings at least. So you're not
Good
going to worry
point.
about it.
Okay.
Right? If you're prepared for that kind of worst case scenario, if nothing comes in, at least you have some savings to fall back.
And that's a good point that you're making right there, because when people think that the money just comes in instantly, you get a
Yeah.
client and you get the money.
That's right.
There's some leeways and some legalizations that you have to go through first.
Exactly. You can find a client today, but
Yeah.
you're not going to get paid for 3 months. Because you're going to get paid once they actually move in. That's the closing.
Right. So then they could have a clause in it 4 months from now, 3 months from here.
Exactly.
So that's when you actually get it.
Exactly.
So that's good to know. So people, realtors can have 5 clients out there and not making no money yet.
They don't get paid till they actually move to the house.
If each one closes.
That's
Okay.
right. Now rentals are a bit quicker because
Yeah.
usually those move in the first of every month.
Right.
So you might get that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is.
Right.
But for buying and selling, those usually longer closes, 3 months, 4 months.
Gotcha. All right. So then, we see that you've gone through your life and doing different aspects. We've seen that you've learned and said, okay, this is what I want to do, and you're teaching it and you're whatever. Now the big thing is I see that you have a book.
Yep.
Right? So when we got into it yesterday, we had authors here as well, and I said to them, I have someone coming in that did a book as well, and they're like, that's amazing. Why the book? Because the question is, if you know everything about the realtor,
right,
why did you put it in the book?
Of course.
And I'm not going to hold you there. We're going to go to commercial first, and when we come back, we're going to find out why this book is one of the hottest books that you need to pick up. Alright, it's right here. Alright, you're watching CMJ Live. We'll be right back. I'm not going to tell them right off the bat. Let them come back.
Think you have what it takes to bring value to the community? The TCN TV network is expanding and now accepting TV show proposals. Here's an opportunity to build celebrity status and become part of an elite group of community advocates that are focused on building, strengthening, and empowering our community in a positive way. Are you interested in embarking on a new adventure? TCN TV is searching for people interested in opportunities to change the conversation and pave an unforgettable legacy. If you feel you have something of value to offer, send a written show proposal to shows@mytcntv.com.
Hey, and welcome back to CMJ Live. We were just on my Instagram, so that's Charles Matthews Jr. If you want to go to Instagram behind the scenes. And someone asked a very fantastic question, so I told them I wanted to put it on live on the show. The question was, you had a mentor, right? You answered there, but I wanted to answer everybody else. Do you give back? Are you a mentor to the young youth? That's what he was asking.
For sure. As I was saying, I used to do tutoring as well for high school students in English and math. And now for real estate, I was actually planning to start a coaching business for new agents, people getting into the business, anyone that needs help to step their business up. And I was actually very fortunate in my career over the past couple of years. I got a managerial position.
Okay.
And that position as what they call a broker of records, actually running a real estate brokerage.
Oh.
And so in those experiences, I'm coaching real estate agents all the time. They're calling me asking for support for deals.
Right.
How do I get this kind of client? How do I handle this kind of rejection? I give back whenever I can.
Alright, and that question came from our sickle cell life. Thank you for asking that question. Okay, so before we went, we had this right here, the book.
Yep.
Why did you get into, you're into real estate now.
Of course.
And you're thinking, okay, I gotta sell homes and all of a sudden, your book. Like, did you sit down with your dad again and you're thinking, and then you go write a book? How does it work?
It wasn't him this time. My dad always mentions do something for marketing, do something different to stand out.
Okay.
And the great real estate guy came to me because I wanted to do just that, do something that's different. You don't see a lot of realtors putting books out because everyone kind of thinks the knowledge is pretty simple, everyone knows this stuff.
Right.
Why should I share it in a book form? Take the time to put it into a book.
Okay.
But like we were discussing, a book is pretty much the new business card.
Right.
Sometimes you get a business card, you might write on it, you might throw it in the garbage. But for a book, you're not going to throw that out most times. And it's a good way to market yourself, to differentiate yourself. I heard a statistic on the podcast saying something like 10,000 people plan to write books. They talk about it, they think about it,
but they never do it.
But they never do it.
Right.
There's 1 out of 10,000 that does it, and now I can be ahead of 9,900 other people.
Gotcha. All right. So in this book, all right, I'm flipping through it. You got numbers. You have, buying stuff when, where, and then at the back there's parts for you to write down little sections what you learned.
That's right.
How is this book? First of all, when did the book come out?
This book came out about a month ago.
Oh, it's recent. It's new.
Yeah, very recent.
Oh, hey, congratulations. I don't think you had this out for a while.
No, this is fresh.
This is fresh.
That's right.
You brought it here first.
This is the first public announcement of the book.
See? Your dad, I need to stop talking to your dad.
Right.
Right?
I'm here.
He doesn't give you the full story. He's like, oh, he's got a book. I'm like, no, he's got a book. This is fantastic. All right, so hold on. Let me just make sure that you seen it here first on CMJ Live, all right? The book. All right, so tell us a little bit more about it. So it came about a month ago.
Yep.
Where were you when you just said, okay, I have to write this book?
Like most things that happen, I'm sitting in front of my laptop, just getting some business done, and I thought, again, the book is the best way to differentiate myself from everybody else.
Right.
One more way to market and to show my professionalism, show that I know what I'm talking about,
right,
and to put all that knowledge into a book to share with the regular average consumer.
So if I get this book, what is this book going to do for me?
This book is going to break down every real estate process from buying a home, selling a home, buying investment properties, renting. If you want to sell your house, how to increase the value of your home, to get the most money out of that sale.
Okay.
It's going to break every process down so you're not wondering. So you're not wondering, what's my realtor doing when I'm not talking to him? Why am I paying this person $10,000?
Yeah.
All he does is put a sign in the front lawn. So this breaks down exactly what happens.
So step by step by step.
Step by step.
So this is a great book for a new home buyer, number one.
That's right.
Because if they don't know the process before, you got to get, it takes 3 months for this, 4 months for that, or whatever the case may be. Exactly. They think everything's happened right off the bat.
Right.
This is a great book to just, if you're thinking about buying a home, this is the book to use. Because when I looked in there, you talk about budgets.
That's right.
Things that you have to pay for, lawyer fees, this fees that you might not even know about.
Exactly.
It's all in the book.
It's a lot to consider. It can be intimidating for a lot of first-time buyers.
Right.
Well, even people that are selling for the first time after they bought a house maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes.
They don't think of all these expenses. They think I have, let's say, $10,000. I'm going to buy a house. That's all I need.
Right.
There's so many other costs to consider as well.
Okay. So then, where can we get this book?
Amazon right now.
Okay.
You can call me direct, and I have a couple of copies at home. But Amazon is the best place to do it.
Okay. Tell them the phone number they can get in touch with you.
Yes, my number is 416-434-9029. That's my direct line. If you have any questions about real estate, mentorship, buying or selling, call me direct.
All right, so 416-434-9029.
That's right.
Okay. Take a chapter and just take a part in the book and just read it out for us. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, just any part. Any part. We just want to get the gist of it and how the book is helping and how it goes through. Because at the end of the day, I'll tell you honestly, when I got my first house, it was a townhome.
Right.
When you sign the paper, man, I was so excited because it's your own home, it's your own everything. And then as you leave the parking lot, it's like somebody put an elephant on my back. Because I'm thinking, wait, I just bought a house.
Right.
Okay,
Be big.
what I gotta do next? Do I gotta pay this? How much money do I need to save?
Yep.
Like you forget that now you are a homeowner.
That's right.
Okay, the money's coming from the bank, or do I get? I mean, all these things run through your head, right?
Sure.
So it's a lot of pressure, but at the end of the day, it's a great value to have.
It is.
Okay.
It is, for sure.
Right. All right. So go ahead.
So talking of value, I find buying an investment property.
Okay.
That's the best way to actually build your wealth in your own life.
Yes.
Investment property is the best way to do it.
Okay.
Start from the top. Investing in real estate and becoming a landlord has many benefits. The biggest being your tenant helping pay down your mortgage. In addition, renting out your house comes with tax benefits because as your home becomes an investment property, many of your expenses such as home repairs, maintenance, depreciation costs, and interest become tax deductible. And over time, as you increase the rent for your property, your cash flow will also rise. So let's break down the process of purchasing investment property. Note that it is very similar to buying your own single-family home. So you may notice some repetition if you are reading this book straight through. For you, choose your own adventure readers. Enjoy this chapter.
Right. Okay, so here's a couple of things that was key to me hearing that, right? That's actually a business, right?
Absolutely.
So for people out there that are looking for something new, and I've always got taught that the best way in life is to have your own business, be your own entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
So even though you could be working somewhere else, getting a rental property helps with, like you said, taxes, tax benefits, income coming in, and then that person's actually helping you with the building at the same point in time.
Exactly.
So that's a great thing. So here's the thing though. What I'm going to ask you is, how do you find the right spot?
call me first.
I love it. I love it.
I will help you find the right spot for sure.
Yeah.
Besides that, you have to really consider your budget first and foremost.
Okay.
How much do you have to put down toward a property?
Right.
After you've done that, look into the different areas. Of course, there's the GTA,
Yeah.
Toronto, Mississauga, Brampton, and prices are increasing all the time, as everyone's seeing the market and everything else. You have cities that are a little bit further out outside the GTA, so you have Niagara region, for example, where prices are a little bit less expensive, and that's why I have my own investment property.
Okay.
And you can find homes that have 3 or 4 livable units in there.
Okay.
So you have 4 tenants all paying down that mortgage at the same time.
Right.
And it helps you just to
gain.
continue building
Plus,
that wealth.
the thing about it, people need to understand, you're actually helping somebody else. You know what I mean? Somebody that could not afford a bigger spot. You're coming together. You're actually helping them move on, which is
Giving them a home.
Giving them a home, which is great.
For sure.
So at the end of the day, how long should someone save up for, and how long should somebody look into it? Because people think it's just easy, you can just go and get it right off the bat. How long do you take?
That's tough to say. It really depends on your own expenses, your own budget. If you can make $100,000 in a year extra above your own personal expenses, that could be enough to buy an investment property right there.
Okay.
And then the research for finding the right property can be done relatively quickly as well, all depending on what's available on the market, how good the realtor you're working with is to find that proper property for you, and just based on your needs and what your actual goals are for that investment property.
Okay, so here's a question. We're diving into getting the home right now, because I want to ask this just before we go into break. Things are always changing.
Yeah.
The ideas of new home buyers, properties changing, second rental properties, land transfer tax, all these things are changing. Your book is there to help you with that.
That's right.
So you can read the book and learn about the different ways of doing it.
Yep.
Okay. When is in your opinion, because I ask different realtors, different times, different things. When is the best time to start preparing? Is it the winter? Because everybody's closing up, so you save during the winter months and then go full speed ahead during the spring, or is it more summertime? Because everybody's more relaxed and they're more easy going.
Right.
When is the best time?
The best time is always right now. And the reason I say that is because, like you said, the rules are always changing. Starting in January, it's going to be new mortgage rules as well. So buyers will actually have about 20% less buying power based on these mortgage changes.
Okay.
So you have to start right now. Base your decisions on the income you have right now, because you never know what's going to change in the next couple of months.
Right.
Stay as much as possible. At least plan right now, because you never know what's going to change.
Okay, so we're going to come right back. But I want to ask you this question, and then you can tell us the answer when we come back.
Okay.
Should I go into a townhome, a condo, or freehold? To rent, to buy, or to make money?
Okay.
In the orders of right there. All right? We'll be right back. You're watching CMJ Live. My special guest, Mark Steele. We'll be right back.
When you know your purpose, you know your function, because the function dictates the purpose. It's not talking about what color this thing is. Life is about a function. And only when you function do you see purpose. This is where we live, just here. What we think. We miss the human when we just focus on the black of the hand or the white of the palm. But my goal in life is to get people to understand your function. Let them feel their love. Let them know you. Let them know your struggle. So when we talk about community, it's talking about coming together, unity.
Discover the incredible India.
it'd be a property right there, right? Hey guys, and welcome back. We're, like I said, we're talking behind the scenes of opportunities that are there. Don't miss the opportunities.
Right.
So big shouts out to my mom. We were just talking about it. You know what I mean? At one time there was a place at Lisa Street, I was telling you, and this is why I asked you the question about condos, townhomes, or freehold, because you know, she said, oh, this one's for sale, we should get it together. And I'm thinking, no, Mom, I don't want you to go through all that and save with me and struggle for it. And she's like, no, I'm not struggling, I do it for you because I love you.
Of course.
But I'm thinking, no, she's going to struggle for it. And now that I'm older, learning about properties and values and, you know, rental properties, I'm thinking about myself, you big dummy, you should listen to your mom, right? And go into it together and learn.
Of course.
So it's a mistake that I learn now.
Right.
And I'm teaching others about, like you said, it's a turnover. Anything you can gain, turnover, and use and build and rebuild is a gain thing. So
That's right.
That's why I wanted to dive into this when young people are listening. If they have the opportunity to go in with their parents and help their parents out, even if it's to help them renovate the basements, you know what I mean? These are the opportunities you go to.
That's right. You can learn so much.
To learn so much. Okay, so before we went to break, I asked you, condo, townhome, or freehold, right? And is a townhome or freehold the same thing?
Not necessarily. They can be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one am I a first-time person, you know, single by myself? Which one do I dive into?
Again, it always depends on your goals.
Okay.
So I break it down in the book as well.
Yeah.
Real estate guy. If you're planning to stay in your environment, in your same job for, let's say, 5 to 10 years, then buying a home is a great investment.
Okay.
Because over the long term, a house is always going to appreciate in value.
Okay.
It might have little
fluctuations here and there.
Fluctuations all the time.
Yep.
Right? But long term is going to be a great investment for you. So let's say for that, get a single family detached house if you can. Or some detached, whatever it is.
Right.
And I say that houses and townhouses can both be freehold, but most often townhouses can actually be condo townhouses.
Okay.
Now what that means is a condominium townhouse or condominium apartment means you're paying condo fees every month or maintenance fees.
Right.
And for a lot of condominium corporations, the big, let's say, company or organization that owns the townhouse complex or the condominium or apartment building, you're paying them every single month. And they do the maintenance for you, they do the shoveling outside, they repair the elevators, they fix up the gym, the game room, whatever it is.
Make sure it's nice for you.
Exactly.
Right.
But those fees can actually increase every year, and often they do increase every single year. So you're going to be paying your mortgage, whatever that may be, plus you're paying the maintenance fees that increase every single year. So your expenses might not always be the same.
Right.
Whereas if you buy freehold, either a freehold townhouse or a freehold semi-detached single family home, whatever that case is, you're only paying your mortgage and other taxes or whatever that might be.
Right.
Paying maintenance.
Okay.
So you essentially own it for free.
Right.
So
because people always say rent or buy, and I was brought up and I'm thinking the same way. Why would I rent an apartment and you're giving this person the money and paying, like you said, the fees, when I could struggle a little bit, find something small and own it and pay for myself?
That's the thing. If you're renting an apartment, you're usually not paying the maintenance fees for the owner.
Okay.
They'll take that rental amount and they'll pay their own maintenance fees.
Right.
So you can still get a relatively good, affordable condo to rent. I usually recommend it because it's easy to maintain.
Right.
And again, it all comes down to your plan. If you like the flexibility of living, one city this year, one city next year, I'd say rent an apartment.
Okay.
It's that much easier and save your money to buy an investment property.
Later on in life.
Exactly.
Okay.
And now when it comes to buying a property, I'd say first and foremost, buy a house that has multiple living units in it.
Okay.
So if you're going to buy a house to rent out to a tenant, as many doors as possible on that property.
Okay. Because I think what people fail to understand is they don't look at the A, B, and C.
Right.
They don't look for the future. They just look at, oh, this is a great house.
That's right.
But they didn't look at, well, what are they going to be building around you? They didn't look at, okay, is there a school nearby? How far is the mall? How far is the gas station?
Right.
Where's the bus stop for this area?
Right.
And is it attractable for a tenant? Because if that's your idea to go get a tenant, is there a bus route so you can get around? Because I'm not driving the person right? So these are factors that we have to look into.
Of course.
Right?
And again, the most important thing for getting as many doors as possible, I always use this example. Let's say, for example, you want to make $100 in rent every month to put into your own bank account.
Right.
If you have a house that has 4 livable units in it, 4 tenants there, and one of those tenants leave, you're only 25% vacant, so you're still making $75 every month. Whereas if you have a single family home and you want $100, that person leaves, you're making $0.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're doing the ratio of door, ratio of money coming in, and then you're not striving for that.
You're not going to struggle. You only have to pay $25 if one person leaves, or 4 persons.
Right.
So as many doors as possible.
All right. So then here's a question, and I'm going back to the book.
Okay.
How long did it take you to write it?
This was 2 weeks. Writing, editing.
Reggie, like when you dive into something, you dove into
You
it.
have to. I lock everything off, turn all the distractions off, I just write all day.
And you just push.
That's right.
And then give all the information in there.
Exactly.
Wow, man, that's amazing. Because we were talking about earlier, it depends on your drive and how you want to put things.
Right.
And then it's there. And then you have something that is a longevity legacy to pass on.
Exactly.
Okay, so within the book, how much does it tell me? And I'm asking these questions so people know that the book is there to help you. Okay?
For sure.
Financial money. Do I go to the bank? Do I go to our lending loan? Do I go to mom? Okay? Where do I get this money for the condo, for the house? Like, does the book help you on where to find the money?
It does. There's a part about financing as well.
Okay.
Mom is always the best. Mom most likely won't charge you interest on what she gives you.
I know the loans are way under, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you get a gift from mom, that's fantastic.
Okay.
When you do get your mortgage
Yeah.
officially approved, they'll probably ask where the money came from.
Okay.
It'll be a gift if need be. It's not a bad thing by any means.
Right.
So most people just work for it.
Yeah.
Get it from mom, and then of course you're gonna have the banks actually finance it.
Okay.
I'd say go to a mortgage broker because they have access to more lenders rather than going to just TV or just
Okay, well then that's the next question I have to you. In your opinion, okay, and then you see it work out faster. Because I know I see the commercials now. The banks are pushing hard on them. We will help you. We will get you your house. Come to us.
Right.
But then, like you said, I know about those mortgage lenders that will go out and fight for you
That's
to
right.
find out the best thing. Not going against any banks, not smashing any banks, but in your opinion, which is the best one?
Yeah, sometimes banks can have the best mortgage rates, especially if you have a long-term relationship with them.
Okay.
But I'd always say talk to a mortgage broker because they have access to private funding. They have access to the banks as well.
Right.
They just have access to more resources to get you financing specifically for your need at the best rates possible.
Okay, because
That's in the book.
because the bank is looking for them to bring it to them.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's all business, right?
Right, because as a first-time home buyer, you need all the leverage you can, all
That's
the
right.
opportunities you can.
For sure.
Okay, so then speaking of the money, I'm just going to dive right into this one.
Okay.
How do you know when you're qualified?
Mortgage person's going to tell you.
Same mortgage person?
Yeah, they're going to tell you. They do the pre-qualifications for you. They're going to check your income. They're going to check what your current debts are, what expenses you're paying out every single month. The longer you've worked at a job, the better, of course. The higher the income, the better, of course.
Right.
If you're going to be getting pre-qualified with a partner, or a spouse, a group of friends, whatever it is, the more money you put into that deal, the better.
So the more money to pull. So then it's okay to save. It's okay to wait.
It is.
So it's better to wait than just go gung-ho and go into it.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people are like, okay, I want to get into this thing. I need to get into this house. I want to get this house. But sometimes being patient in the long run is better.
Right.
Okay, can you save up more? What's the main thing to know about going into it?
Plan. You have to plan as much as possible. Know where your money's coming from.
Okay.
Know what kind of deal you're getting into. Are you buying it just for yourself and your family? Are you buying it to be an investment property?
Okay.
How much money can you make from the property? Always have these numbers plotted out somewhere so you know if I am going to rush in, I'm going to make some money from this. If I'm going to wait, I know why I'm waiting.
Okay, so then here's the other question then. Planning is one thing, but then once you see a wicked deal, when I mean a wicked deal, the house is one of those demolished, brought up house.
Right.
Okay? It's going next for nothing, it's gutted inside. It's a fixer upper. Okay? But it's going real good.
Right.
What is the pros and cons of getting a fixer upper because the deal is so wicked
Right.
compared to a new home that, you know, finished, you save up, and they go for that.
Of course.
New home or fixer-upper, when we come right back.
I'm ready for it too.
We'll be right back. This is for new home buyers. We're here to help you. Hey guys, and welcome back to CMJ Live. We're having a great time behind the scenes. So don't forget to go online, you can check it out. We're all just talking here. So the question I asked you before we went to break is the new one. Townhome. You know what I mean? New home, or, you know, a condo.
Right.
Or you saw the
Broken down.
fixer-upper, but you can get like the ultimate deal on it.
Right.
You walk inside and you go, no, I get a couple of friends to put up some drywall, I can do some electrical, I can do whatever, and then I can get a starter.
Right.
What's the pros and cons?
Okay, so like most things in real estate, it depends.
Okay.
If you have money to buy this property and fix it up, if you have friends that are going to be contractors, they're getting cut of the deal as well once you sell it.
Yeah.
I'd say get the fixer-upper because that's going to probably benefit you in the long run. If houses on that street are going for $1,000 and it's $100, and you have the money to bring it up to $1,000, maybe $1,005,
okay.
I'd say do it by all means.
Okay.
As long as you can bring it up to the standards of the other houses on that street and then possibly sell it for a profit.
See, I like the words you said though. Bring it up to the standard of the rest of the houses. Because I noticed a lot of people say, oh, just fix it up and do this and this. But then people are going to come and think that when they're in this neighborhood, it's at a certain level.
That's right.
And if you don't put your house at that certain level,
They're not going to want it.
they're not going to want it.
Most people that are buying have seen the other houses on that street that are for sale. And they say, your house doesn't look as good as number 403 down the street.
Gotcha.
This one is not as good as number 203 down the street. Why should I buy yours when I buy the same one for the same price or less somewhere else?
Okay, and when people need to understand, like you said, when you're flipping houses though, there's a lot of things that can go right.
So many can go wrong.
So what I mean? I've seen TV shows where they pull down the wall and then there's mold behind it.
Asbestos, mold, rats, droppings,
everything. Or they pull the lighting off and then the wires are not put together properly. So they're short. They're shortened out, could cause a fire and all this stuff.
That's the foundation of HGTV.
Okay.
All these renovation TV shows are all based on that, right?
Right.
Tear downs, what can go wrong, so let's flip it back up and make it good.
Right, because people need to understand that it's not as easy as it looks.
That's right.
You know, when you're watching those TV shows, they've cut for 2-3 months, come back, cut for another couple of months, and come back.
To make it a half-hour show.
To make it a half-an-hour show.
In reality, that can be 2, 3, sometimes even longer, 6 months, depending on who's on your team, how good they are at their jobs, and if nothing goes wrong.
Okay, so then, question for you. Since you're saying how long it takes, how long can it take to close a house?
So the closing process can vary. It really depends on the motivation of the buyer as well to sell it. For example, if I'm selling my house and I have somewhere to live already, I might say closing whenever you're ready. I can close the house 1 month from now.
Okay.
I can close it in 2 weeks if we have the financing.
Right.
If it's my only house and I have to find somewhere else to move after that, then I might say 3-month closing. I have to go find somewhere else for myself, which could take time.
So then let me ask you this. you see when you're driving around Brampton,
Yep.
new houses going up all over the place.
All the time. Yeah.
Okay, there's new builders all over the place. Do you need a realtor for a new home?
Technically, you don't.
Okay.
A lot of these new developments will have their sales offices, which you can go in, talk to the sales staff and them directly, and just buy it straight from the plant.
Okay.
Realtors can help you with those because they can sometimes negotiate some prices.
Okay, that's what I wanted to ask, because sometimes you look on the paper, you see the news, a new development's going up, and you have a lineup of people around the corner because it's the condos and new thing, and people are waiting in line for 2-3 hours just to get in to get the new price.
Right.
But I'm thinking to myself, if I had a guy like you, and you're going there to represent me and get the best deal for me, one, I'm not standing in the line. I'm not standing in the line. And two, you're going to negotiate the best value and get the best plot for me.
No, it's not always possible.
Okay.
Because, like you said, these developments usually have long lineups. Thousands of people waiting for 100 different units. They don't have to negotiate with you.
Okay.
They might say, why should I give you a price discount of 25%?
Okay.
If I have the next person in line willing to pay even more for it.
Right.
So it's all supply and demand.
Okay.
So if 100 people demand something from like 10 properties, there's no need to negotiate. Whoever has the highest price.
Okay, so then here's a question. I see people dive in,
Yep.
they buy it,
Right.
and then they're out.
And they sell it.
And then they sell it. How long do you have to have the property first before you can sell it back?
That's actually changed.
Okay.
So I think up until at some point this year, there wouldn't be tax on just buying it and flipping it right away. Okay, now there's different tax implications. I'm not an accountant by any means, so I can't go into
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
but it's actually a bit hard to do assignments, which is buying a property before the building is actually put up, and selling that plan. As well as buying it and then selling it right away after that, because it becomes almost a business at that point.
Right.
It's taxed as such.
Right. Okay. Because I see, like back in the days, people would line up, boom, you're in, you're moving in, and then you look around you, and there's for sale, for sale, for sale, for sale.
Yeah.
They got it at the good price,
Yep.
and now they're trying to sell it back to make 10,000, 5,000, whatever.
That's right.
Whatever the upgrade is.
There's a development in Mississauga, the Maryland Monroe building.
Okay.
Square One Shopping Center.
Yeah.
Remember when that was going up, you see thousands of people in line buying their properties, and then go down the line and sell to someone down the line for more money.
Okay.
Because it was so hot, so anticipated at that time.
Right.
So yeah, it used to happen a lot. I'm sure it still happens today.
Okay. So then there's ways around everything. There's ways to make your money and do it. And then the book, right, which is released, just came out. Okay, you gotta get it on Amazon. You can call him directly, 416-434-9029. That's 416-434-9029. You can get the book, right? The Great Real Estate Guide. Now, am I mistaken? Is this like one of the only books out there like that, or is it
For real estate?
for real estate?
I'm sure it's not. But what I realize is that there's competition for everything in the world.
That's right.
There are, I think, 4,000 or 40,000, I should say, realtors in Ontario alone.
Okay.
There are so many accountants, so many personal trainers, so many books on business, self-improvement, self-development.
So the main deal is this: don't be discouraged on what else you see.
That's right.
Go for yours.
Do yours.
Do yours. Okay. So what would you say to a younger you about real estate? Knowing what you know now, right? What would you say to the younger you before you went into Steele Force trading, right? What would you have said to yourself back then?
Before Steele Force training, I would have said, save more money first of all.
Okay.
Don't spend so much on video games. Don't spend so much time playing video games, watching movies, hanging out with friends.
Right.
Start your career as soon as possible. Do the research, start working, just stack as much money as possible. It's gonna count.
Right. Because it's easier now. See, the thing is, the teens, I'm always talking about teens, the next generation.
Of course.
They don't understand that the opportunities that they have now.
Crazy.
Okay? The opportunities of like watching social media, learning online, not going to school that you have to go to school, like when we went, you had to go into a virtual class and sit down and do it. There's opportunities to work a job, learn a trade, and then get out.
Of course.
Right? So when you did this book, what is the response you've been getting so far?
It's been good so far. Very informative. Very informative content in the book.
Right.
It breaks everything down very simply, very easy. So again, it just takes away any of that intimidation that you might have from the real estate industry. watching the news, you might say house prices are going to fall.
Yeah, because you see it all the time. They're saying, oh, you know, this has gone up, this has gone down, the land taxes, and it is scary.
It can be.
If you're listening to the news and they talk about homes, I kind of changed channel. I changed channel. When we come back, talk about homes. I changed channel. I don't want to hear what's going on, what more tax you're paying, all this other stuff. But you have to dive in. If you don't dive in, you'll never get into the game.
That's right. There's a lot of sensationalism out in the media in general.
Right.
So you might see again the same thing. Mortgage rules changing. It's going to be hard to buy a house next year.
Yeah.
But there are ways to make things work, and this book breaks every process down for you.
All right. So I asked you when you sold your first rental property,
how was it feel?
Right.
You sold obviously you sold a book.
Right.
How was that feeling?
I think the book is a little bit less of an amazing feeling just because it doesn't really compare to selling a house.
Okay.
It's all a means to an end now.
Yeah.
At the beginning when I first sold the first property, you know the business works.
Okay.
And now this is just one more path to help the business work even better.
Okay.
So it adds up to it.
Yeah.
It was relieving finishing the book, actually. That's the most important thing. Finishing it, getting it published, getting it printed.
Yeah.
Knowing that I did something that a lot of people were talking about.
You never do. You stepped into it.
Right.
All right. So
I
have $50,000.
Yep.
I come to you and say, here's $50,000. Which area is booming? Where should I go grab this money?
What are your goals? For yourself or for investment property?
Okay, see, I like that. It is for an investment property.
I'd say Niagara Falls right now.
Like Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls.
Oh, man, okay.
Horseshoe, everything.
What is about up there?
The property values. I mean, it's going to be less expensive to buy over there than it is in Brampton, Toronto, Mississauga.
All right.
And you're going to find properties that have 3, 4, sometimes 5 units.
Okay.
So you can move one of those properties for the same or even a less price that you can find over here. You can have money coming in every single month. You don't have to think about it. Your property pays for itself through those tenants. And at some point when everyone's priced out of GTA, they're priced out of Burlington, Hamilton, they're going to have to move to Niagara Falls at some point. And those values will increase.
All right, Mom, I'm gonna. I messed up before. Right. I'm not messing up now. Mom, after the show, I'm giving you a call, Mom. Right? So, isn't it? But then the taxes is different because you're going out.
Not necessarily. I think as of right now, it's only Toronto that has double taxes when you're buying a property.
Okay.
The municipal tax as well as the land transfer tax.
Okay.
For everywhere else, you're still paying the one tax when you buy it, and it really depends on the actual property size and how much tax you're going to pay.
Okay. Now what can we do? We have about a minute 30 seconds to go to the next break, right? What can we do to upgrade our house? So one thing you do, like we call you before we get you to come in and look at the house. What can we do to upgrade the house?
Yeah, if you're looking to sell it, I'd say paint all the walls a neutral color.
Okay.
You have your beige, you have maybe a light gray, something that when a new buyer comes in, they can imagine their portraits on the wall. They can imagine their furniture in the space.
Okay.
If you have it a blue, like this for example, fantastic color for you. Not everyone likes blue.
White and clean.
White and clean. That's as neutral as possible.
Okay. And then do you take out or put more in?
Again, that depends on the neighbors who are selling as well.
Okay.
If your street, for example, has beautiful kitchens and yours is still just a standard kitchen, you want to get to the price of the other houses, upgrade your kitchen.
Okay. All right. Listen, we have about 40 seconds left here on CMJ Live. Okay. We always do the shout out. So this is your opportunity to shout out everybody, thank everybody, and tell them why they should get this book.
All right, shout out to everybody. There's so many names I don't want to forget any, so I'm not going to say any. Of course, most important, my mom, of course, my group. So this is the Great Real Estate Guide. Get your copy today. Everything you need to know about real estate is in this book, and my number is in there as well if you want to contact me directly.
All right, my friend, this was fun. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Like your father said, you're doing a great job, my friend. Great job. Guys, that's the show. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week, Thursday. Have a great time. See you next time.
Okay, volume's down. Just chat, have fun.
All right. Yeah, no, it's been great. Hold on. All right, guys. So once again, he's here to help.